You're being arrested. Your heart's racing. It's a very daunting experience. The police have you rate their sights. They rate your car. What do you do in this situation? Well, I have found that Canadians in Ontario, for example, make the same common mistakes all the time. And this applies to all sorts of crimes, any type of crime, really. And I'm going to count them down today for you so you don't make these mistakes, whether you're arrested truthfully for doing something or a false arrest. You want to act the same way each time. The first one is resisting arrest or losing your cool. The last thing you want to do in this situation is get confrontational with the police. You want to be polite. You want to follow their directions in terms of guiding you where to go and just comply and allow yourself to be handcuffed and put in the police cruiser, for example. Don't lose your cool. Once you lose your cool, you're not thinking clearly and you're going to make all these mistakes. So take some deep breaths and just shut up, be quiet, cooperative, and just let them do what you do. So that's mistake number 5 in the countdown. What's the next one? Mistake number 4, trusting the police that they're going to give you advice. They are not your friends, members of the public. They are not your friends. They're on the opposite side. Do not ask them for advice. They might say to you things to you like, trust me, if you cooperate with us, it'll help you. It's all lies. They can lie to you. Do not start asking them for advice or say, what should I do here? You don't want to be talking in this situation. That's a bad no-no, because they might say something to you off the record to get you talking later in that interrogation room, which is going to hurt you. So my advice to you is do not trust the police in this situation. Just shut up, be quiet, cooperate, go into the room and say nothing. The next one is consenting to a search. The police need reasonable and probable grounds to search you. Okay. Now, first of all, upon arrest, they are going to be able to pat you down and check for an inventory search for safety and security so that you don't have knives or weapons. That's allowed. But if they ask to search your vehicle, for example, or give you a password or search your home, you're entitled to say no. They may find evidence of a crime in there, and if you consented to it, well, you're out of luck. That's going to be used against you in court, and you may find yourself in bigger hot water. So never consent to a search. If they ask you, do you mind if I look around? Do you mind if I look in your car? Can you give me your password? No. They need to have a warrant for that. There are exceptions. They may say, look, we have grounds to search, and of course you can't block them if they just do that. But if they ask you, do not consent to a search. That's a real big one. It really buries a lot of people in Canada and Ontario where they find this evidence. The next one, mistake number 2 in the countdown, talking to the police. When they arrest you, you have the right to remain silent, both under the common law and Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So this is so important. Do not let them build a case, because they're going to be asking you questions. You're not going to be thinking clearly. You're never going to be able to tell the same version of events the same way. You're going to forget things. You don't want to be talking to the police. So if they ask you questions about what happened, you just say, I'm exercising my right to remain silent, and you shut up. If they bring you into an interrogation room and start asking you questions, you just keep saying, I want to speak to a lawyer. I'm exercising my right to silence. They can sit there and they lie to you. They can talk forever. They can do that, but you say nothing. Just keep repeating that mantra until they finally give up. Okay, that's so important. And they may keep you in there for a couple hours talking. Oh, this could help you. This could, might help your case. This is your opportunity to talk to us. Don't fall for it. That's a huge error. And counting down to the count 1, mistake number 1, which I find, not calling a lawyer. Under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Section 10B, you have a right to call a lawyer upon arrest or detention. They're going to read you that right. It's going to involve legal aid as well, a 1-800 number. So you can call a private lawyer or call legal aid. So call your lawyer, call legal aid, follow the advice, and that lawyer is going to tell you the same things I'm telling you. Don't resist arrest, be polite and cooperative, but don't give a statement to the police, and you can follow their advice. That's the typical advice given for any case that you have to be very careful. So they'll go through things with you. They'll tell you not to consent to a search if they're asking for that and that sort of thing. And you need to follow their advice. And I'll tell you, so many people, they don't follow these rules. They just make the same mistakes over and over, and then they bury themselves in court 2 years later, because even a truthful witness can never tell the same version of events the same way every time. There's always going to be inconsistency, I guarantee it. If you start giving a 2-hour statement about what happened to you last week and some, for example, allegation of sexual assault where you're innocent, you're never going to be able to tell that story the same way 2 years later at your trial, and it's going to bury you, those inconsistencies. I see it time after time after time. So there you have it. We did the countdown to the top 5 mistakes that people make upon arrest in Canada. Thank you for watching our video. We are absolutely committed to bringing you the best possible criminal and DUI educational videos. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've been charged with a criminal offense in Ontario and require our services, please click on the link in the description below.